All right. Today's interview is going to be with Leo Barada from Spain. Let me just see if I can invite him here. Let's see here. I gotta wait for him to join the room. Hello everyone, thanks for joining. Shouldn't be long now. Yeah, we're going to be talking about painting today, about specifically washi painting, Japanese style kind of painting. We're going to talk about stuff like the mediums we use. We're going to talk about techniques that we've learned, some of the tools, like some of the brushes we use and things like that. Here we go. Hi, how's it going, Leo? I'm just going to invite you in here, man. Okay. Hola.
Hello. How are you?
Pretty
I
good,
ju
man.
I just was listening to you about tools, and I say, okay, I'm ready. How are
Oh,
you,
cool.
man? And I appreciate your invitation.
Oh, I appreciate you joining me, man. Been following your work for a long time now. So
Thank
just
you, man.
kind of tell everybody who you are. This is Leo Barada. Do you want to maybe give a little intro about kind of where you're from and what you
Yes, yeah. You want to talk, or I can introduce myself if you
yeah,
want to.
maybe introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Leo Barada. I actually was born in Argentina, but I live in Spain now. I'm living in Spain for since 2012. My family, my blood family is from Argentina.
Okay.
Actually, we are five tattoo artists. I don't know if you know. I think you know. You meet my brother Pablo.
Pablo, yeah, I've
Yeah,
been work for years.
yeah. He is one of the oldest, and I have two more. And then after a couple of years, in 2012, I moved to Spain because I got married here in Spain, in the southern Spain, and I traveled a lot, traveling everywhere. From Spain to the rest of Europe, or even in Spain as well. A lot of Barcelona and many places.
Oh, nice
But
one.
I changed my base. I now I live here and I go to Argentina and many other places.
Very cool, man. How long did you work with your brother? I'm assuming you worked with your
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, 10 years. I still working with him, but twice a year, so 3 times a day. When I go with him, I do conventions. Yeah, I belong to Barada Tattoo as well.
So cool.
However, I live here. Yeah, I live. I work with others, friends here in Spain.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. The blue family never is completely separate. It's always. It doesn't matter where you live.
Oh, yeah, man, absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree. I'm
You work
hoping
by
one.
yourself, or you work with family as well?
No, I've been working kind of here and there and everywhere, all around British Columbia, and I have my own studio now. It's kind of a semi-private
Yeah.
studio. But my dream, of course, one day is to have the children working with me. Both my kids are artistic and
Yeah.
excited about that kind of stuff. So, if they want to do it, then I don't want to, of course, push it on them,
No,
but
for sure. Yeah.
I hope they're into it one day. Maybe it keeps the family together a little bit.
Yeah. It's awesome when you work with your brothers and the whole family is absolutely awesome. I mean, sometimes you have the same problem at home than the work, and however, it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. And
So,
then when we didn't plan that because my brother started in 90s,
Hmm.
actually in 1988. So I
Wow.
was, looking him without any plan. So I was painting since I was a child, learning from him. In a minute, I got 18. I started doing with him.
Nice.
So
What
yeah.
year was that when you started with him?
Sorry, my other brothers, because in the middle between him and me, there is another one. Yeah.
Hmm.
So he travels a lot. He was doing what I do now, what I'm doing now, but 20 years ago.
Very cool.
So yeah, it was awesome.
You've been painting with I've noticed you've been painting with washi, kozo paste,
Yes,
a very traditional style, as traditional as it gets.
yes.
How long
Yeah,
been doing that?
uh, that part start in when I moved here. I mean, always was painting.
Yeah.
Painting was always with us, not only with me, my whole family. Oil painting, acrylic, and to improve tattooing.
Hmm.
When I moved here in Europe, I start trying to learn a little bit more, being closer than the roots. Um, First of all, I have to say I'm not. I don't know if I am the real qualified to say what is Japanese or what is. I know what I learned. Perhaps one Japanese sees me and I say, "Man, you're wrong," because I'm not Japanese. But yeah, I think I went a couple times to Japan and yeah, I learned a lot. So yeah, 10 years ago, around 8 years ago, I start trying to test first that kind of paper because you paint a lot, so it's a little bit different than we used to paint before with watercolors paper, arches, and those are totally different.
It is, yeah.
If you see very closely, you can realize you can do the same, but in my case, I paint very different in both, in different papers. When I paint in washi, I paint the one way. When I paint to arches or sounders, or I paint different, it's because,
I know.
especially in backgrounds and especially with the water, especially I do different stuff because,
Yeah. It
yeah,
feels the arches almost sits on top more, whereas washi just absorbs it. So,
yeah, yeah. Washes, there are many different as well. Huh? It's not only one. There are washes thicker, finer. There are many different. So I have examples. Yeah, I start to be honest. The first impression to I got was when I met Ichibei.
mm,
80, I don't know where. I think London or yeah, one convention. Uh, you know, I got what that paintings and I said, man, I had to try this shit. And I start trying to find them. And for sure, in the beginning was a little bit hard, but yeah,
so
it
he
was
gave you some
practicing.
about the paper and all this.
Yeah, all the time. Not only with him, with many artists. Yeah, everybody can help you. That's why when someone asks me, I super open to share what I know already. However, yeah, always is you're learning because when I was the first time I've been in Japan, I got many different papers.
Mm.
My second time, I went directly to buy good stuff, really good stuff.
And now you have a favorite.
Uh, yeah, always is different. Eh? No,
And it's
I don't have any favorite. Yeah, thick, about texture. I can show you if you want to. Okay.
yeah, that'd be
For
great.
for example, guys, this is super tight.
Yes, I know
This
this.
washi is, I don't know the right name, so where it's from, but if you see it's super fine.
Can
And
you show the
here,
back? How it soaks through all the way to the back?
yeah, You can, yeah, yeah. You don't need
This is my
you,
favorite technique.
yeah. You don't
That's that.
even need
Oh,
the light table. You don't even need. You can sketch directly. This
yeah.
is the fine. This is a little bit thicker.
Mm.
This is I got here in Spain. Everything is from it. This is another different too.
A little
You
smoother,
know,
maybe.
yeah. And the gray, I tried to use the stick. The sumi stick. My tip for those who wants to try, use the stick to make grays, and then to make outline, you can use some ink or sumi or even talents or whatever. But to make gray is good to make the you use the stick, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, I show you. Yeah, there are many different browns, many different shade. It's the only thing I spend my money in this shit.
yeah.
This stuff. This
Oh, nice.
normal with this shit. People, I think everybody knows how it works with water. Um, this kind of stuff, if you use it without a lot of water, you can go a little bit more. Don't don't splash because that is the most common problem people have when you start doing the ink blows.
Yes. Either not enough or too much water on the brush.
Yeah, exactly. Go a little bit drier and then layer, and then when you are super secure, you can go more faster. In the
Yes.
beginning, it's a little bit hard, but everybody can do it, man. This is another paper. I don't know if you can see it well. You see it,
Oh,
right?
great. I like the raw edge. It's my favorite. Seeing the raw edge, seeing the fibers around the sides.
Yeah. Let me put more light. Yeah, this is another thick. Then this is more Kotho. Kotho is the branch of the plants where is the washi come from.
Mm.
The branches,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because some people think it's only rice. It's not just rice. It's
No,
for
doesn't exist any rice paper. Yeah, yeah. People say, yeah, even if you want to buy, you put rice paper and exists like when you want to find it, but it's not rice. Doesn't exist rice paper. I think so. It's branch Kotho and Ganshi or many. They mix with a lot of stuff. I don't know. If someone from Japan is listening to me, perhaps they can help me out. This is super fine. This is really hard to work.
yes. I've worked on that stuff too. It's very, very thin.
This is I use it to when I do some sketch to make it cleaner and take it off lines and tattooing. Yeah, I go directly with that stuff.
Yeah, good idea. Sometimes I use that for a little bit of scrap too. You know how sometimes you have your good page and you have your little piece of paper to have.
Exactly, that is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. This is another one. Yeah, most stuff. When I use, for example, now I working in a commission and I show you the process as well. This is another paper. This is small Cozo. This is new.
Nice. Yeah, I can hear it's the thicker paper too.
Yeah, you list.
Do you like to sketch with pencil first, or do you sketch with brush?
Depends. Yeah, I don't have one way. Sometimes I go with red
Yeah.
when I feel more secure, and I go with red, and I go a little bit darker, and then I put brown, and then gray. And when I see it's okay in the same sheet, sometimes I go with the same sheet. When I need something, cleaner, or especially if it is a commission, or I'm pretty sure can be sold, I clean it up, I take it off lines and I put it in another paper with the right lines and I start again. Sometimes depends. It depends the day, depends the time we have. I like when you paint something, you start with red and we go darker, and then you can see that process in the same sheet. For
Yes.
me, I like it, but there are people that prefers being more, cleaner, or it depends. For
Yeah.
me, it's awesome when I see the sketch
We
behind.
like to see the underdrawing. We like to see the little
Exactly.
there. The rest of the world wants to see a finished
The
thing.
finish, the cleanest part, which is okay, especially if you want to, sell it or. But yeah, I love when I have many roof paper with sketch,
Mm.
and 2 or 3 months later, when I see the painting, I love more the sketch and the or the proof than the final result. Is
Nice.
is is
Yeah, I was very impressed with Ichibe when I saw his collection of some.
Yeah, that guy. I
Yeah,
think you realize that guy changed my mind because I met him many times. I got tattooed by him, and I went to Japan to see him. Yeah, yeah, I learn from everybody, but this guy, that
yes,
guy, yeah,
I
crazy.
painted for days too, and it was just life changing. It was uh, it was like a shortcut to figuring this stuff out.
Yeah,
Um,
perfect. Where did
but
you met him? You met him? You met
yeah,
him?
I met him at Philip's place actually.
Ah, yeah. You got the dragon, right? You have the big dragon here, right?
Yeah, I got the big
Beautiful. Yeah, so in one shot, right?
one shot, but then he went in again last time I saw him just for a little bit of outline.
Beautiful.
Very,
And you are a really tough man, really tough guy. Yeah. I
and he,
was in Philip Blue place in 2005, and I couldn't go again, but
mm,
I will soon, man. I have to go again.
yeah, you need to make the pilgrimage. And he's got a different place now. He's got a
Yeah, it's closer. It's in the mountain, or it's a
yeah,
little
right
bit.
top of the world.
Yeah, awesome. You are
Yeah,
in the center of Vancouver, or you are far apart of Vancouver?
I'm I'm kind of in the cultural area of Vancouver. The sort of I like it's called
You
commercial
were
drive.
born there? I mean, you are from there? You were born there in Vancouver?
Actually, I was born in England in
Ah,
19.
in England.
I moved to Canada in 87.
Nice.
Yeah. But I lived mostly in this area for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Interesting, man. I thought you were born there in Canada.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
And I did a lot of traveling as well. Once I could afford to do it, like later on, uh, all the bucket list of where I wanted to, especially Europe. I mean, I never
Yeah,
actually
Europe.
because I
Because
spent.
traveling from Canada is a bit complicated. Yeah, especially go to United States, right? You went there many times in United States.
I've actually been to Europe probably more than the States, oddly enough.
Yeah,
But yeah, back to the sketches and good drawings. That was one thing I noticed was with Ichibe again, the sketches. He would do sometimes 3, 4 sketches, and then he'd make another good one. And he'd make
yeah,
the same composition, but maybe a little bit changed, a little bit contrast here or there, a little bit
yeah,
tone, maybe something slightly moved.
yeah.
And he would have 3 or 4 of them, and then he'd put them up on a wall and kind of look at them and figure out which one he liked the best.
Which one is the best? Yeah, I have one. I have a couple paintings by him, but not paintings, sketches,
Mm,
sketch, and like this. I have a right hand with 2 or 3 right hands and 3 or 4 left hands, or different foot, different, crazy. Yeah,
nice.
that that is. I think is not even because that talent he has. Is also that. Um, Discipline, or I think it's because from Japan. Japan is means that. when I do now, I'm learning doing that stuff. When I do something, I take my time and I say, okay, take a look, and if you want to change something, do it. If you want to spend 1 hour more, do it. That is hard to get because working, when you work at shop, if you are quite busy, you have to run. And okay, yes, this is okay. Okay, let's go. And inside me, yeah, but that finger, that cloud, so him takes the time, the right time to
Yeah,
find out the right one, that is awesome.
I don't have the
I will.
patience for layers.
Me
Where it's
neither.
like and then three more times until it's black.
Oh, yeah.
Using hair, all this kind of stuff. Um, yeah,
It's
I
up,
tend
it's up
to,
what you want, depends what you want. Now I'm trying
yeah,
to find that kind of work. I'm busy enough to live well here in Spain. I'm not crazy busy. That's why I try to put one session a day and take
nice.
my time. Take my time as long I can. Sometimes customer complains, hurt, la la la, or wants something different. But I get the right customer and he's open. Yeah, I try to take my time especially to solve the problem before he comes. I
Yes,
mean
yes,
the
preparation.
figure, yeah.
It is,
But sometimes you don't have the right time. Sometimes I'm doing something that I know could be better, but yeah, it's working. And we cannot forget it's a work. That's why a painting for me is more. I prefer always painting. I love tattooing, but I prefer painting always.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
for you too. You get to decide, make all the choices. There's no collaboration
so
there. Do you like to use, and again, it probably depends on the paper, but do you like to tape your page down or do you have it free floating?
sometimes,
Yeah, I've tried
sometimes
both ways.
I show you. I have this stuff. Depends the paper. For example, today, just 40 minutes before, I have this stuff. This, like I show you, this paper is straight. It's okay.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
don't
need
need to.
the tape. Yeah, some papers you need to. I have this, like everyone, Chinese. You put in with tape. Sometimes
Yeah.
even you can put water if you want to. That I learned from Shutaro. Shutaro is another. You know Shutaro, right? What you seen?
Oh, yes,
Shutaro
yeah, yeah.
is he has a lot of tricks as well.
Does
Sometimes
he?
I tape it. Yeah, sometimes depends. Always change because sometimes I paint in the middle of tattooing. Sometimes I paint in the
Mm,
bed. Sometimes I go with paintings with the work. When I am here at home, if I have the passion and I know it's the right and the paper is the fine, yeah, I put tape. You do the same, right?
yeah, I do. I do. And it depends on the thickness and the size sometimes. Um, and I've also I saw Yaturo doing the animal glue, painting on or
Yeah,
sticking it to board and having it just glass smooth. I thought that was quite clever as well because you always hear people complaining, "Oh, this stuff is too thin, this and that." But that's a solution to it. It becomes washy on board.
exactly.
I haven't
Yeah.
tried this tried this yet.
There is another
But
another liquid um, called I couldn't find it yet, but there is another liquid that Japanese recommend me. The name is dosa. Dosa. I don't
dosa.
know how they find it. Dosa helps
Maybe,
to. I don't hear you, man. Let me find
like
the
maybe
connection.
rice glue. Okay. Looks like we're having connection difficulties. That's okay. You know, one side of the world to the other, sometimes this happens. I'll just invite Leo back again here. Here we go. Ah, there we go.
Sorry, I told you I have many times. Now I work directly with my phone. I don't try with Wi-Fi. Perhaps it's better my phone. Yeah, we were talking about the glue. You use the glue. You told me that you use the glue to put in the paper or to make the pigments.
I think it's maybe the same stuff for sticking to paper and to make the pigment. It's like an
Yeah,
add.
I show you what I do. I show you what I do. Because I have that. I use glue to mix the this glue, right?
Oh yes, yes, yes. So you're using pigment. You're making powder pigment.
Now I start to do it.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
Now I started to do it. You see the Yutaro videos. So
Yeah.
yeah, we share a lot, and he told me like, and yeah, it's the same. And this is the result,
Mm. And you can
and you
react.
can leave it and use it again for sure.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. That's something I
I
need. I've been using it out of tubes. I need to try the pigment.
the tubes I use are almost this. I mean, the result is almost the same.
Yeah.
I don't find super different result, but the system and this stuff is super beautiful stuff because it's from directly from Japan. You know, it has more magic for me.
Yeah. It's all about process this way as well. The
Yeah,
more sentimental or personal, the more involved in it.
exactly. I think you use this
Yeah.
those
Like this. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I use those. You can find them like this or like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
stuff.
The Japanese kind.
Yeah. But
Uh,
you know,
oh, sorry.
for me, the tools and the yeah, the all this stuff are okay as long as you can use them. You know what I mean? Nothing is going to do nothing that you are not able to do. You know what I mean? I
This is
mean that the tools are important as long as you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is true. And a lot of people don't realize it's not just one brush for these paintings.
Yes,
You have an outliner, you have a shader, you have a water, and you have maybe three or four for different colors. Uh,
exactly.
Ideally, anyway. I sometimes just use one for color and clean it and use the same one for another color. But
Now I'm trying to learn because I'm getting old, I think. Now I'm trying to do that stuff, you know, like have one for brown, one for red, one for gray, one for lines. But I did many paintings with one brush,
yeah, me
clean
too.
it like fast and go running, you know, what I got.
Yeah,
Even with I sometimes I use when I am in the studio, sometimes I use tattoo ink, you know, for painting
cool.
sometimes. So yeah, the tools and the products are important, but it's not are not the most important.
No,
Are
no.
not the most important. I think the most important is how many hours you go, how many hours you push, how you push. And what about brushes? What kind of brushes you use?
I'll grab them actually. I got them here. Let's see.
I have a lot too.
Yeah, I only use the Japanese brushes. I just got these manga brushes actually. Let's see if I can find them here. Where did I put them?
Manga brushes. Interesting.
Yeah,
What is that? Yeah, look for this stuff.
Sorry, Leo, 1 second. I'm gonna see
No,
if
it's okay. I'm looking stuff too.
I'm gonna see if I can pull them out here. I think it's in the other room.
I have more examples to when we were talking about sketches directly with brush. I have examples.
Okay, yeah, got it.
I use those with many years using the same stuff.
Yeah,
Then I learned that there are for shading or painting and for lining. I never realized the difference, but now when I'm using, yeah, are different a little bit.
yeah, it's
Now
different hair, different everything, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I got quite a few here too. This is my collection of little fine ones that I'm
beautiful.
collecting, right?
Those are the menso, no, or something like that.
The Menzo, and this is what I was talking about. They use these in manga for all of
Ah,
their.
yeah, you mean that one?
Yeah, these are actually, I didn't realize, but
Beautiful.
a lot of manga artists use these, and they're so good to use. Oh, you have
Same
one?
share, right? But
Yes.
to be honest, I bought it in Japan. It's super fucking expensive. I bought it like 3 or 4. I have many there. I
Yeah,
never use it
really.
because it's a treasure for me. You know, it's like it's so beautiful. So I don't use it. You know what I mean? I don't want to even get dirty. You know, I don't want to clean it.
It's got the ring to it, like it's hard to explain that stuff, but it's like easier to use than Chinese brushes I've used from Chinatown or something. And then this is my very sentimental
That
collection.
one, those are your partners, right? Those go with you everywhere. Yeah, like me.
Yeah,
I have many, but I use those. You know, yeah, beautiful. See,
yeah,
yeah, man, it's like everybody says, it's not only about tools. It's about how you feel with them. You know,
and yeah, this was what I was using for my color, and then
that yeah,
this was what I was using for my shading,
shade.
and this is
So
what I
you
was
make the difference between color and shading.
slightly
No,
different type of hair, I think, on these.
yeah, yeah.
And then these two go together because the shading and just this one's just for water for blending,
Yeah.
and then this was my bigger outliner. It's a little.
Yeah. Yeah, I do something like that. Yeah. I use those because now I can realize the difference between liners and shaders. This is okay. This is
Yeah.
I bought directly from Japan, but I mostly do everything with this sketch, and then I go with this, for example,
Yeah.
and then I paint when I shade already with yeah, like I show you. Yeah, those. But those are new, but I never use them, but they are the same. I think
Uh,
are the same than yours.
yeah.
From Japan, fucking
Yeah.
expensive, but awesome. I think those are going to be with me for the rest of my life. I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, and people don't realize too, like these are the ones they don't have the little loop on the end like this. They just have like it's
What
flat.
does mean the blue?
The loop is to hang it, right?
Oh,
And these ones that don't hang, you're supposed to lay them flat when not in use. Something like this.
what is the difference? I mean, the hair is the same or what? Because I have this and this.
It's the same. I think the hanging is so that
Ah,
the
to put in the
so the water drips down, not going up into it,
yeah.
like when it's
One
some,
good tip gave me one is cleaner with shampoo.
hmm,
Shampoo. You have hair. I don't have hair, so I don't use shampoo, but I go to my wife's shampoo and I clean them with shampoo. And you see the difference.
hmm,
It's not because you take it off the ink that you cannot even see, and
yeah,
the hair, you know, The result is beautiful because mm, goes soft. I don't know how to explain, but it's beautiful. Try with shampoo,
Yeah,
thinner with shampoo, normal
great.
shampoo. And yeah, this are I got a couple sketches shit
Oh
or
yeah.
shit, but this is when I start with red. Like I told you, sometimes I like more this stuff than the result.
Yeah, this is my favorite stuff to look at. All the gestural kind of stuff.
And what about do you have a lot of commissions or you mostly busy tattooing or
Oh,
painter or
I'm doing over the lockdown, I was doing commissions, but then I decided I didn't want to just do commissions, so I just painted what I wanted. But I painted real small because
yeah,
people have money in the lockdown, so I painted a bunch of tiny paintings and just put them out there and said, "Pay what you want." And I got through the lockdown with that. And of course, some
yeah,
people bought big paintings, which was nice too. But I just wanted to keep busy, 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 doing lots of small things.
yeah, yeah. I got it. And tattooing, are you so busy, busy, busy like crazy other people, or busy enough to live well? Or?
Yeah, and especially now that it's come back again, suddenly it's gotten busier than it has in a long time for me. Anyway, I mean, maybe I'm just lucky, but it got very busy. I mean, I don't book more than a couple of months at a time. I don't like to live that way. I like to just have, you know,
Yeah, get control of your work, because
yeah,
if you book it like months and you cannot even do it in a plan, or I don't know, you cannot travel, you cannot. I never been in that situation of more than 3 months.
me,
Never.
I don't think I'd want it.
No, no, me too. Me neither.
Let's talk
Time,
about
time.
this really exciting. You got this epic book made up. It's in the background there. And this is through Horikitsune's company, right?
Yeah, this is the result of. Let me show you first a couple paintings of different papers,
Oh yeah,
and then we go with the book because we were talking about different kind of washes, but what about what about the normal paper like Sanders? Totally different. I mean, you can paint same way in this paper like you paint in washi, but you cannot paint like this in washi. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like it doesn't look as Japanese when it's not online.
Exactly. This still has 2 years. I don't know.
Beautiful, beautiful colors. And yeah, it's interesting. Like I can tell that it's a different type of paper because it again, it's almost like it's sitting on top. It is waterproof,
Exactly.
soaks in, but it's like I mean, it's all surface.
Exactly, totally. And you can go over again, and the paper doesn't complain. You only has to leave a little bit to dry, and then you can go. Sometimes I use coffee or tea
Mm,
to push the background behind. Depends when I want to. You can see the difference between the waves. Sometimes I use waves with, I mean, leaving the white part and I push behind with coffee. You can
yes,
see in the top.
contrast.
Yeah, to make some 3D. Those kind of stuff I cannot do it in washi. I don't, because washi, I don't know if you are able to push behind. Yeah, you can do it with super carefully.
Yeah, and sometimes it's bleached washi, so you have more of a white result. And whereas the natural stuff already looks a little yellowish. I've even got
Yes.
brown washi. Uh, I've found quite
Where do you find the paper? In Canada or you order to Japan?
special, like little art island, Granville Island it's called, and they have a paper store. Go
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you can find it everywhere now. Yeah, the The beautiful papers I found it here in Spain,
Hmm.
curiously.
Yeah, it's like you got to know the paper specialty store to go to. The regular
Exactly.
store, they got a couple maybe, but it's not as good as the special one.
Exactly. When you got the special, like the brushes, I don't use it.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy, huh? Yeah, but I have. Yeah, this is standards. This is another type of watercolor paper. It's 300 grams
yeah.
thick and as fuck. And this is another.
Beautiful, man.
The book is about this. The book are mostly more than 150 paintings like this.
Wow, and they're all big like this or different sizes.
Different sizes, but mostly like this.
Wow,
80% A2 or
wow.
70% to be honest. A2. Then we fill it up with everything with different sizes, but the book, especially in 70%, is like that. And yeah, this is arches. Arches are with me since I start painting. Arches are, I think, that one of the best papers I ever try.
Yeah, it's most people's favorite in tattooing, I know.
So thick, you know. But one of the most advantage, the best advantage to have the washi is when you travel a lot, you can go with them
It's,
everywhere. Easy to travel, you know. This stuff weighs a lot.
yeah, and you can't roll it up as small. The thick stuff,
Yeah,
can't roll it up tight, you know.
yeah, you can put 50 paintings in one roll. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And traveling with the tube.
Yeah, I have here a lot of shit. This is all washes. You know, I have many paintings here. I didn't know. I found it.
Oh,
I,
nice. Well,
I didn't know. I have it. This is had a couple years,
wow,
but it was my first washes.
very nice.
A lot of shit, man. Yeah, everybody asks me how I do to paint a lot, but the only answer I have is, man, 2 hours a day. That's it. It's the only you need. 2 fucking hours every fucking day.
Got to work harder than everybody else, right?
Yeah, but it's not. If you think, well, it's not so crazy. It's 2 hours. It's not so crazy to find 2 hours. I mean, I think there are many people that don't have 2 hours. But I think if you wake up 8 o'clock in the morning, you go to the studio at 12, you do your homework and you help your wife 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, you walk the dog, you have 1 hour and a half free to take a seat and do it. Then you go to work, you come back, you train a little bit, and you have 1 hour more. It's the only, I think it's the only way to make it. If
I,
some customer doesn't come, doesn't show up, instead going to, I don't know, to see Netflix, put
mm,
it, and yeah, get that 4 hours paint as crazy.
yeah, yeah, it's true. And you can put a podcast on or something. You can still be entertained while you're doing it. You know, I don't like to watch something while I'm painting. I can only listen while I'm painting.
Yeah,
But it's true what you say. This practice stuff. Like think about like Michael Jordan in the NBA. You know, like if he didn't go to practice, yes, he's got this talent, but talent without
discipline doesn't exist, you know.
exactly.
For Japanese people, the talent doesn't exist directly. The talent is the only. The talent is the way you use your discipline. I think something like that. If you
Yeah.
have more talent, it's because you are more strict. You know what
This,
I mean? To use that time to try to improve yourself, to push. It's true that the talent exists because it's not the same. If I put myself to try to, I don't know, to play soccer like Lionel Messi, I won't do it. Never. However, if you practice doing this, I think everybody can do it. I think everybody can do it.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah,
And I've noticed with your discipline, I mean, your stuff looks the most authentic out of like you're in that
thank you.
percentage of people that are doing the really, really authentic stuff. Like you've looked at all the right stuff, you know, because some people might practice one thing over and over and over again, but maybe they're practicing the wrong thing.
Exactly.
I think it's good enough to only work from their imagination without studying anything, you know?
Yeah, 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 totally.
I was in that category before where I thought, well, it's only really art if I invent it myself. And yeah, okay, this is good for maybe abstract or something like that. But with a strict tradition, it's like you need to know all those, you know.
Yeah, you have to learn the basic rules, the basic roots, practice them, uh, uh, get them, and then if you want to, if you are able, break them. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
the first you have to know is learn the fucking roots. I'm not talking about if like I already know everything. No, no, no. I'm doing now. Do that stuff
Yeah, we're in
because
the process of continuously.
exactly. I try because the first thing I always think is I don't know anything. I mean, I try to be open to always improve because if you think you already know everything, you're fucked, man. You're fucked up. You're fucked up because especially now, man, it's full of fucking artists everywhere. Super awesome. You can only have the cell phone and ping, 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 Instagram, and you say, man, fuck, 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 fuck.
Yeah,
Everybody's crazy, you know? So if you think you are special, you're crazy, man.
exactly. But I think, yeah, what you're saying is what the Japanese say about that whole discipline. I think that and talent. It's not something that falls into your lap. People try to discredit it. Oh, I wasn't born like that, so I could never do it. I can only draw a stick man or something like this. They say, you know. But it's like it undermines the hard work that was going
Yeah,
into all of this. You
that
know,
is the truth. Yeah, exactly.
um, like they think we're just sitting around having fun. I mean, yeah, we get meditation from this. We get something out of it, of course, more than just a pretty thing to look at.
Yeah,
It's definitely soul feeding. But again, to the discipline, I was reading about Chinese painters, and they said that to master something, they had to do like 100 tigers, for example. They had to
yeah,
paint tigers.
yeah,
Then they could change and make their own tiger after this. Uh,
yeah,
Part of their discipline was to emulate the masters. And
exactly.
see all those same poses of tigers with different brush strokes for stripes and
Yeah,
different strokes for bamboo, you know.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the right way because they did it before and they did it properly. They did it like a master. They are, and yeah, you can copy. You can get that inspiration as I do that. I do. I don't consider myself like I don't do any new. I reproduce something that is already done and many people does. Sometimes I get some opinion from friends or even other tattooers like yeah man, but you're doing things like everybody does. Yeah, I do that, because first of all because I love it, and then I think it's harder to do something a little bit special
Hmm.
doing the same than the rest. You know what I mean? If you do something really different because it's different, because you do different stuff like no one does it, it's different because now you are doing something that nobody does. But if you make the difference doing peonies than everybody does, and people can realize, oh, that peony or that water is from that. I think that is it's harder. It's more, you know what I mean? It's because everybody try to do a dragon, but if you do a dragon that people can recognize,
Yeah.
that is. That is the good point, and
Yeah,
that what I try to do.
yeah, I
Try
think
to be different, doing the same. You know what I mean? It's
as your
like
work,
a
I can say that's Leo Barada's work. When I see
person.
painted, I know immediately. I don't need to look at the name. I'm like, oh, he did another painting.
Oh, thank you, man. I can realize you too, huh? You too. When I see something, because I think we have the same taste. You know, the same way to see the. There are many like us, I think.
Yeah, but we're in the same limitations. I think what happens is what you work in these limitations, you do it enough, you're gonna have a fingerprint there that is
Yeah,
your eventually. It has to. It's like somebody playing the blues, you know? Everybody's playing the pentatonic scale, but for some reason, Joe Blow over here sounds different than Buddy Guy, even though all
yeah,
the
yeah.
Buddy Guy.
Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Doing something different. Yeah.
And I'm
Because
happy with the limitations of this medium. It's my favorite thing to paint with. It used to be acrylic painting, but now it's washi by a long shot.
washing. Because the result, when you get a beautiful result, doing something that people think is easy, when you
Mm.
do something like I don't know, in, for example, this is super,
And
looks like easy.
this is simple, but it's not easy. This is what people don't.
Exactly. I think doing this for me took a lot of time to try to do this stuff.
And you can tell this to me is like as close to perfection as you can get with the most limitations possible, you know? It's very, very nice. Very solid.
Or something like that. I did it many, many years ago. I didn't know I have it, but this is, yeah, it's only flowers,
Yes.
but it's not only flowers. You know what I mean, right?
And I can see you and Pablo have progressed water together, right?
Yeah, the water, yeah, the water. That's because 10 years ago, if you see my work 10 years ago, I tried to do the stuff like I was learning from him,
Yeah.
Philip School and those.
Yeah.
When I moved here, I tried because when compare with, so I try to go a little bit closer than the roots, and my brother follows. My brother is still him. Is
Yeah.
if you see something by him, is by him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got a lot of knowledge from Japan, but it's Pablo stuff. It doesn't have too much rules. It's him.
European Japanese.
That's it. And then I try to make a little bit different, going deeper to the roots. Not because I wanted to be different than him, just only to go and to learn where everything comes from. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I am in the way. I not only painting. Japan for me is everything, man. It's beautiful shit. You been there?
I haven't been. I've just had a lot of friends from Japan coming and working with me, and also I've been studying Japanese martial arts for the past 7 years too.
Yeah, you must go if you can. If you want, when you are able to go, you must go. It's even if you go, you see the temples and you see only a Zen garden is beautiful. That inspired to me a lot.
Hmm.
It's not only mythologic, it's real. If you are there and you feel that sense and you really love the art of them, it's crazy. It's beautiful, crazy.
Uh, one day I
And
decided I was planning this year, but then everything happened. It's like
your
I need.
father, right? Your father, right?
But,
You have what? You have child, no? And you told me you have two kids, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. A boy and a girl, a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. Do you have kids too?
Kind of, because my wife does it. Not, they are not mine, the blood, but yeah, something like that.
Nice.
Because I got married with my wife. My wife, she already
Hmm.
had them. I'm not father yet, but something like that. Same,
But
almost the same. I want to show you this one. It's super fine. Even I think it's the finer too.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is very, very thin. You can see how it's wobbling, how thin this is.
Even you can see the painting to the other way as well. This paper I used to I have a lot in the studio to yeah make the stencil to tattoo. And the interesting here are the grays, super light grays,
Very light gray, yeah.
because you don't have a lot of chance to go because yeah really so you
Yeah.
have to go
Yeah. In the
super careful.
more it's gonna spread.
Yeah. I and mostly I don't use any liquid to help me. I know there is a lot of el dosa or even the glue, but I don't use it. I don't even use it.
Yeah, I
I
don't use
know,
just paper and water.
no, just water. I go just water. Yeah, and yeah, the book was like a dream. In
Oh,
another interview, I was talking about the book. The book was when I met when I first of all I am a big collector like you of books. No, you have
yeah.
the Kosei, the others of Kosei.
Yeah, I got the Mick one, I got
You
the one,
want
I got
Guido,
which one? I got the Ivan, and I got oh, what's the other one? I'm missing one.
Guido, the
Yeah, I
koi fish Guido.
got Vito's one as well, the fish.
Yeah, when I got that book, I think yeah, 10 years ago. No, not 10 years, but 8 years ago or six. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, you see that book is beautiful,
And next,
beautiful.
okay, this one. This is gonna.
And I say myself, man, you need to do something like that. Yes, I start because it's not my first book; it's my fourth book. I did a couple books before in Argentina, which are okay. When I started the project of the backsuit, in the middle of the project, like when I have already 50 or 60, I said myself, yeah, it's okay, man. This project humbly deserves something like no, deserve be publishing with something with somebody good. And I show Alex the work, and he was super kind with me, and yeah, man, was all I needed to finish the book, and we did it. You want to take a look? First of all, the this
We got 30 remaining on our counter here. It's gonna cut us off. So maybe let's tell people where they can get this book.
yeah the book is already from Kosei publication. You can directly go to him because when the book is finished, in a minute the book is finished, we go into present in Paris.
Hmm.
All this shall happen
Yo, right, right, right.
in the same week, man. Was fuck this we
That
man,
timing.
seriously was crazy because we got the book, we ran because we wanted to have them in Paris, and yeah, all this shit happened. So the book is already able to get directly from Kosei publication, but yeah, it's a little bit slow to ship, I know, but it's already print. That is the most important. I think in London or next Paris, I think we go into present officially. This is
Yep.
the
The description below. Thanks very much. We got 30 seconds here. Just wanted to say thanks
okay,
for talking to me. I'd love to do this.
okay.
Do this. It would be great. Longer
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you can take a look first.
Oh yes, yes. Very beautiful. You got to get this book.
Beautiful, yeah.
Good stuff. The highest quality stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
So much
amazing.
mucho gusto.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate so much to you invite me, and I